Yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Obasuyi, and the channel is My Take on It with Dr. Victor Obasuyi. Today, I just thought I've seen a few kids run around these days, and I've also interacted with a lot of friends, parents, that tend to see this downtime as time to rest, time for the kids to rest. True, the kids also need to play, but are we ever going to have this kind of downtime to spend with our families? Again, I don't think so. So this is an opportunity for us to get our kids on track in preparation for the next academic session. The same way, it's an opportunity for us to re-strategize, look at our goals, see where we are running behind, and areas that we need to catch up. The same way I think our kids need it the most. Kids that are struggling in school, most times it's not because they're not smart, but because the foundation is not strong. There's no better time than now to start strengthening the foundation for those kids. As kids back home, holiday period, usually the long holidays was about 3 months between one class to the next class, was the time that our parents made sure that we prepared for the next class. Most times we went to extramural classes. I think I did all the way from primary school to high school, all through high school. So which means at every holidays when it's, if you're going to grade 4 to 5, during that 3 months holiday, you would have almost completed the syllabus for primary 5 or grade 5. So by the time you're in grade 5, it's almost like you just breeze through. So it makes it a lot easier. Every child loves success stories, just the same way we as parents are very much, we feel proud when our kids come home good with very good results. But the truth is, when a child is struggling, that's what leads some of them to fall behind in school. And some of them, when they find they're always falling behind, they just get discouraged. And that's where we as parents are supposed to come in. Times like this is when you get to know your child, know the subjects they are strong in, know the subjects that they are weak in. And this is the best time. Once you get that child up and running, most of those kids, by the time they find their feet, they just breeze through. You'll be amazed at how a child has been struggling for a long time, probably because of just 1 or 2 hiccups along the way. Once they can overcome that barrier, they breeze through. So times like this is when we as parents should be able to find out, okay, what are those stumbling blocks that are holding them behind? It may be just one little thing. Even if the child is weak in physics and you are not good in physics, you can always get somebody else to help them in physics. There are a lot of online classes on YouTube that are free, different subjects, different grades. So instead of allowing your child to sit in front of TV the whole day or in front of their device playing games all day, why not redirect them to such resources? That's the role of parents. Our parents did it for us, and that's why we are where we are today. It's not because we're the smartest kids, but just because we had we had those resources. We had that extra push. The default setting for every child is they want to play. Right? But we as parents are the ones that should say, nope, time up. If you're going to play maybe 1 hour a day on your devices or whatever kind of play you want to play, but past that 1 hour, back to business until that child is able to catch up. I just think it's the right thing to do. especially for black parents. Most of us are always working. Some of us have 2 jobs, some even 3 jobs. So you don't have time for the kids. But this time around, everybody's at home anyway. So this is the best time to put your feet down and know your child. Know your child. A child that does not know 2 plus 2 cannot figure out 5 plus 5. This is the time to know, or when they're struggling with 2 plus 2. Once they can figure out 2 plus 2, then they take it to the next level. It's like learning to ride a bike. Once a child can balance themselves on the bike, they can go as much as you want them to go. But until they figure out those early steps of taking the first few rides, a little fall here and there, and how to balance themselves. But once you can do that, that child just goes. So if we as parents want to be really serious, these are things that we should guide our kids to do, and not just leave them to play because you also need time to rest. A lot of parents believe that this is holiday for the kids, so the parents don't want to do any work anyway. That's the truth. Most of the parents don't even want to bother. So the best thing to do is that they just let the kids sit in front of TV the whole day, which to me does not make sense at all. The same way we as parents want to get the best for ourselves during this period, the same way we should be also encouraging our kids to do the same thing. It doesn't make sense for us, COVID-19, true, everybody's at home, but there are a lot of things that we can do. If we cannot figure out how to utilize the downtime to our own advantage, then of course how do we expect such parents to be able to guide their own kids? Kids watch what parents do, not necessarily what you say. They might just follow your rules while you are there, but as soon as you turn your back, so long as you've not ingrained the proper, you've not instilled the proper concepts in those kids, once you are not there, they go to the default setting, and that's human nature. Human beings will just want to rest. But how do you grow if you don't invest? If you don't sow, how do you expect to reap? So as parents, I think this is the best time. Now that school is not in session, this is the best time to get the kids, get them together, get to them. Let them use this time to prepare themselves ahead for the next session. There are so many online courses. A lot of schools have gone online, but even if your kids are probably are not in private schools where the school is online, there are other resources. Right? There are other resources. Libraries may not be open because of COVID, but a lot of libraries can still go there to borrow books. If you know your child is struggling with chemistry, physics, biology, or whatever subject it is, this is the best time to help that child at home so the child can catch up. Most times kids struggle not because they are not good, but because their foundation is not strong. And that's what teachers do. Teachers help to build foundation so that the child can build upon it. Or the child, in collaboration with their own parents, can build upon it. Most parents don't even get that concept at all. They just believe the child is in school, then the school should do everything. Forgetting that that child answers your name. The child is only in that teacher's class for 1 year. That's it, 1 year. After 1 year, the teacher is done, your child is on his or her own. But that child will forever answer your name. So whatever failure comes, it still comes back to you. We as parents need to focus on our kids. We need to. It's very, very important. This is the time to know your kids, 1, but 2, Also, know your kids, know what their strengths are, know what their weaknesses are. We may never get this kind of opportunity that this downtime has given us to be able to get close to our families or to our kids as parents. So let's make the best use of it. Know your kids. Know your kids. They answer your name. There's a reason for it. Most of us are where we are today because our parents took the time to lay the strong foundation for us. Not because we're too smart. There are other kids that are also very smart, but probably they didn't have a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation to build on, it can easily derail. But if the house has a good foundation, no matter how much the weather is, it's almost always able to weather the storm. So ladies and gentlemen, please, as parents, let's do this for our kids. It may be difficult, or it may take a lot of time, but it's an investment that's worth it. And I think at the end of the day, if we all do our part, the teachers will be happier when the kids return to school, and the kids will be happier. Success is something that everybody is proud of. Your child might be struggling in school and probably don't want to go to school. But once that child finds his or her feet, the child becomes somebody else. And that's what we as parents want for our kids. We love success stories. The kids will love success stories too. So it's time, give them that foundation they need. Give them the extra push. As parents, the downtime is not time for you to gossip with friends or sit in front of TV the whole day. Less, a little of those, but more of family time, and especially get your kids on track now that you are home. Get them on track. This is the best time. I just thought I'd share this with you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing you guys at the next video. Thank you.